They hit the chart, a sea of red, talking puts and calls, but they just stare ahead. Strike price means nothing in the blank minds. Margins and leverage like mountains to
Are you
climb.
using it in a different application?
Spent the whole week on Delta and Greeks.
Stream. Make sure I'm recording correctly. All right. So, like I was saying, your biggest loser today is Palladium. And it's down what? $444 on the day overall. Your overall account, it looks like, is down about 600 on the day. That's fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to roll Palladium. So just go to your options chain and type in PALL in there. PALL. Okay, then go to the one that you currently own. We're going to buy that back. So we're going to shift or control click on you. Ding dong. You shift clicked.
What's that do?
It automatically sends the order through to get filled at whatever market price is. That's fine. That's not what you want to do. Go to the November expiration now. Go ahead and just click on the bid for the same strike, the 140. Yep. Now make sure it's at the mid, which would be probably somewhere like $6 or $7. Put in there for $7.25. You're probably not gonna get filled at $7.25. Go ahead and try and sell that. All right, go ahead and take it down some. You're gonna want to get filled in this because you're taking a weekend risk. That's good. Try and send that. Not filled.
What's this one?
That's the one I think you already put through. Did you click it twice? No.
No. What that? Where's that?
It's this order, the one that you have already working. Go ahead and click it.
Oh.
Put down 7. So not filled. Mark it down like 680. That should get you filled. 680 should. There you go. All right. So initially you sold the first one for, I think, $1.70. You just paid 19 cents to buy it back. Now you collected, so that's $150. Now you collected another $680. Is that what you got filled at that for? 680?
Yeah. Right.
Filled. You got filled at 680. Yeah. So that one's good to go. We will just continue to let that work. Let's go see. There was another one that I wanted to look at here today. This NVTS. I think you have like an $80 profit in there overall. And this one was one that we basically did an iron fly, so we're letting the guts of these two short strikes decay over time. And honestly, I think we put this on like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So this one I would probably close and take my profits and get out. Buy iron condor.
This one? First one?
Yeah. What's it marking at? 3 something. We sold it for 4 something. So go ahead and hit confirm and send. On the spreads, it's going to default to your mid price, 390. Yeah, so you basically made $80 in there. On the spreads, it's going to default to your mid price. If you do a single option like you did when you shift clicked instead of control clicked, if you do a single option, it's not going to default to your mid price. You have to make sure it's at mid price. Let's see what else. Do you have anything else that's making money for you today? Angel Studios, AMD. That one's pretty close to your target. Why don't you just take that AMD off? You already have a working order in for that. You should anyway.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and adjust that working order for AMD down to, just unlock it and it should put you at mid price.
311.
Yeah. What was it at? No, what was it at before you unlocked it?
3. Like 3. I think 3 exactly.
Yeah, take it down to like 310.
Is that 310?
All right, let's go ahead and send it. There you go.
Filled.
All right, so you made like $230 in AMD. You made another 80 in that NVTS. You're losing money today in Palladium is your biggest loser. However, overall in there, year to date, I think you're still up over $1,000. So that's fine. And you collected another $600 and some dollars. And basically, look at it like this. You paid 124 for it. You've already collected $1.50. So that's 120.50. Now you've collected another 680. So that takes 122 all the way down, or basically to 115 is your pretty close to 115. So as long as this stock stays above 115, you're still making money and you can still sell more premium. And so we'll look at it again closer to expiration. MP was one that I think we need to adjust. You're losing $60 in there today. What's it marking at right now? I have this sorted incorrectly. MP is marking at $80 a share. Again, you're in the same situation where this call is doing you nothing. So we're going to roll down that call. So go into your trade, go to MP. And this one has only 7 days left. So go to and hit the control, not the shift. Hit the ask on that 105 call. And now you're going to want to take this down somewhere to where it's giving you something to work with here. Probably like the 95. That'll at least give you some credit. Why is it telling you 45 in credit? You should be getting more than that, 45. Try to take that up to like 50. See if you can get 50 for it. Send that through. Nope, 45 was correct. And then we're going to do we want to do one more thing? What's our overall credit in there? Well, you should be able to, here, we can look at just the values left in the contracts and that'll tell you whether or not, basically how much, and combine that with the strikes, value left in the contract and the strikes, should give you information as to how much you've lost so far and how much you stand to potentially make, given what the stock does. So right now, your overall year-to-date loss in MP is basically $35. And right now, the contracts are marking as, is there a net lick? If you go over to your net lick, do you have net lick on there? Yeah, you do. Net lick, you just passed it. Back, you passed it again.
Okay.
That tells you that the sum of those short contracts equals $8.17. So you have $8.17 in premium left in these contracts, but you're also $5 in the money. You see how this short contract is 85? It's trading at 80. So you're also $5 in the money. So if you're $5 in the money and you have $8.15 left in the contracts, that means you have how much extra room to the downside before you can actually, before you'll lose money on expiration.
Repeat that.
If you have, you're $5 in the money on your put, meaning you have to pay $85 for it, right? If it doesn't go up, you have to buy it for $85. There's $8 left in these total contracts, right? Total. Okay. So if it stays right here and doesn't move for the next 7 days and it's still at this $80 price point, what's going to happen to your $8? What's it going to be worth?
3.
Well, your $8 will turn into having a value of 5. The difference is 3. So that $135 that you are now looking at as your total loss would go into the green. It would change and you would have like $165 profit if we stay right here. If the stock goes higher, you stand to make even more money. If it goes lower, then effectively your break even is $1.65 lower than currently where we are. So you're leaning long. How many deltas equivalent are you long right now? Take your beta weighting off.
64.
How many?
64.
No, that's for a contract. That's for one contract. Your overall delta.
Oh, like 50.
Yeah.
Around 50.
About 50 delta. So you're basically 50 shares long in this right now. That's how much exposure you have to it. Not great, but nothing we need to panic about right now. We still have, these contracts only have a week left. We can adjust it again if things don't go our way. There's lots more adjusting we can do. All right. Anything else that really needs our attention today? The only other thing that I would say might need our attention today is this Russell position. The Russell was down pretty good earlier. What's it down now? 29. Big move down in the Russell. So this, you're definitely leaning long in here. You're leaning long. Where's your delta in here? What's your delta?
14.
14, but that's 14 time. Go to your beta weighted again and see what it changes to.
61.
61 shares of SPY. So you're currently, I've been adjusting this one for you. There's 35 days left in time. The total value of these contracts that they're marking out right now is about 150, a little over that, which means right now you're down in this almost $2,000 in this one position. Is down almost $2,000. So in order to make that $2,000 back, every 20 points in here is $1,000, right? Because they're worth 50 each. So right now you have a value of about 150. What is that? 157 in there. So the total amount of premium that you have in here is like, what is that? 140 would be $7,000. You almost have $8,000 in premium in here. So you do have a big buffer to the downside from the price where it is currently. If you're down $2,000, that means take 40 points off of that, and you still have almost 120, which is $6,000, which also equates to how many points? 120.
3.
Yeah, 120.
Or
120.
yeah, 120.
So you have about 120 points to the downside before this thing really starts to become super problematic, and then we can adjust it further based on that. But honestly, I'm not terribly worried about it right now. You have lots of capital, so you can continue to keep this position on in the coming weeks and roll it out. But right now, we're just getting that theta exposure. Do you remember what theta is?
Is it risk to the downside?
No, theta is your time value that's
time.
left in these
Yeah.
contracts. Delta is your directional risk. Anything else in here? Snap, what's Snap trading at? 674. What do you have? 30 cents left in these contracts. I'd leave that one alone. Wouldn't touch it. Reddit's probably also not doing great today. Marking at $1.40. I'd leave that one alone too. PAL we already did. MP we did. Bull. That one really hasn't changed much, has it? Nope. Leave that alone. Applied. What's this trading at? 33.70. 43. I'd leave that one be. Even though it is quite a loser, still leave it be. You're only long 30 delta in there. Angels. That's everything. What about Archer? Did we look at Archer again? This one, honestly, at this point, I would do two things. I would buy 30 more or buy 10 more shares.
How would we do that?
Go to trade. Now you see up top, not, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Type it in.
What is that?
It's ACHR. Okay. Now you see how up top where it's taking you the bid and the ask. Go ahead and click the ask in there. Now it's bringing up you to buy shares. It's probably going to be 100 shares. Change that to 10. Go ahead and just send that through. Confirm and send. Send it. Okay. Now what we're also going to do is we're going to come back in here. Look at the average price of our shares. They're down to 13, but this thing's already $2 below 13. So we're going to roll down this call. So go back to your trade tab. Yep. Go ahead and buy that back and roll it all the way down to like the 13 or something.
Buy this back.
Yeah, buy your call back. And then roll it down to, well, can you get any credit anywhere? What are we looking at here as far as getting credit? There's only 7 days left. So let's do this. Go to a different expiration, out another week. We're going to sell one in there. Yep. Now go to your, whoa, I'm looking at the wrong stock. All right, so now you can get 35 cents there for the one and the 13 out 14 days. Go ahead and hold down your, yeah, there you go. What does that give you an extra credit? 26 cents or something like that? 28. Go ahead and send that. See if you can get filled on that. Okay. Now let's see if there's anything else that we can do with your weekly here, because effectively you're in the money in this weekly one. So you're going to be assigned shares at 13 if this thing doesn't rally back. So go out to the 24 day again, or not the 24, the 14 day. Go back out to the 14 day expiration. The 14 day expiration.
Huh.
the 14-day expiration. You're looking at the put. You're looking at the strike. Okay, so in the 14-day expiration, what did we get for selling that one? We got 35 cents basically. Sell another one of those just naked, because it's real likely right now that you're going to get assigned. So this will be kind of getting a head start on that assignment. So go ahead and click on the bid. So it'll give you some premium working in your favor over the course of the next week. The 13 call. The same one that you just sold. There you go.
Percent.
Yep. How much capital is that going to use? Go ahead and hit. How much is that?
It's using buying power effect is 146.
There you go. Go ahead and send that. All right. So now it's giving us another, we took in 28 cents and then 35 cents. So we are increasing our risk in here because number one, we bought some shares. And then number two, we took on naked risk to the upside. So now we have 2 short contracts at the 13. And we do have a lot of, look at the value of that, the value of the 13 put is now $2 when we sold it for basically $1. So basically you're already, if you do get long this, you're going to be getting long at a price of around 12, a little bit below that because you did make money on that call spread. I think you made 60 cents on that call spread or close to it initially from when you sold it. So really you are getting long in here at a price of close to where the current stock price is. But again, you want to make sure that you have that premium working on that other side. That's why we went out and sold those 2 other contracts to continue to have that working premium. All right. I think that's it. Did you have any questions? I don't think you probably even need to honestly put any new trades on. I think you got plenty to manage right here. That was a short one. Did you have any other questions about anything?
No, not really. Just kind of just like what we did last time. We just look over and make minor changes.
Well, that and you took off some winners.
Yeah, too.
So you should have freed up capital. That one was probably $1,000 in capital and the other one was probably like 500. So you freed up some capital. Let's see how much actual capital you have available. Let me look real quick. You have now 22,600. Would that down move in the futures that actually use more of your capital? Anytime you get tested in these futures products and you start to lose money in them, it's going to use more and more of your buying power to keep that position on. So you were down to, I think, like around 19,000. So you freed up a couple $1,000s in buying power. So if this Russell does come back into line, it'll use even less of your capital. And if Palladium starts cooperating a little bit better than it did today, that was terrible. That'll help with your capital too. And then we can look at maybe putting on some new trades. But until then, really the Russell's the big guy that's got us on the fence here. Not too bad though. Overall, what is that? It's a little over 1.5% down on the not terrible. All right, that's it. Oh,
Can't you see the candles rise and fall? Risk and reward, it's a game of all or no. Options open, futures closed, eyes blind. Frustrated fathers dream in the stock grind. Specs, faces blank as empty streets. Hedging positions, but the questions repeat. Time decay means nothing to the young souls. In this market, play is like digging holes. Iron condor flies, but it never lands. They can't grasp the feel of these trade winds. Liquidity try choking on the sand. Profits and losses, they'd rather go play bands.